Hello, welcome back to another episode of Eating While Talking at You, where I eat while talking at you. Today I'm eating 140 grams of protein, and yeah, that's pretty much about it. So grab some food, hang out for a while, and let's grab. I wasn't gonna do this video, but I thought it'd be kind of interesting to show you guys like what I actually eat off camera. Like I eat the good meals, like the stuff I eat on camera, like the pho or like whatever, like the cool stuff I eat on the mukbangs or like for TikTok. That's when I can like enjoy good food. But most of the time, I'm actually just eating like literal goop. Like this is literally 140 grams of chicken breast and sauce. This is actually from Costco. I love microwavable like 5-minute protein meals. It's just like Kevin's roasted garlic chicken. This is just a habit that I got into when I was in college where I was like, if I eat a lot of protein at once, like literal chicken breasts, like in one sitting, I can eat whatever I want for the rest of the day. So that's kind of what I got. And that was because I did a lot of powerlifting in college. So I think that's probably gonna be the topic of this video, is maybe lifting and trying to get back in the gym. So I'm trying to get my diet right. Anyways, the flavor of this is garlic. It kind of tastes like pasta sauce. I've never had it before, but I just kind of tasted it. So I'm gonna season it up maybe. So I don't even know if it needs salt, but I feel like it does. And pet. Sorry. This is like probably the most unappetizing video I'll ever post, but it could be interesting. So I'm just gonna dig straight into this. I just got out of the gym about about 1 hour ago. I had a chest day. I am still currently not powerlifting. I'm taking still on my break, trying to get my body healthy. And once I get accustomed to lifting again, I will start powerlifting again. This is great. I mean, it's funny. Once you get so hungry, chicken breast tastes amazing. Like this kind of tastes like heaven right now, because I'm so dang hungry, and I was kind of saving my stomach for a big protein meal. What I ate earlier in the day today was I had a Costco chicken bake for TikTok, and I had a Costco hot dog at Costco. So I kind of just had junk. So in order to counteract the junk, I'll have a big, just protein-heavy meal. That's kind of how my diet is. I don't know if that's weird. I feel like that's pretty normal for people that try to get their protein in. I don't use whey protein because it makes you break out. So I stick to stuff like this. Maybe you guys can relate. If you guys are big gym goers, comment below. Also, please comment below in this video, especially what you guys are eating. So I can maybe live through you guys or something like that. The reason why I took a break from powerlifting is just because honestly burnout. I don't think I've had a big burnout from powerlifting from doing it through college, and my body's been so unhealthy for so long, and I'm neglected listening to my body for so long. Like my knees hurt, my back hurts, and I just left through injury. Just would take ibuprofen. Where I was like, dude, I can't keep this pace up. Now that I'm out of college, like I'm kind of realizing the effects that it had on my body from doing it. Like my knee, I think it's gonna be messed up, and I think it does. There was something wrong in there, I think, but I never got it checked out because I didn't want to stop lifting in college. Like, because it's kind of what drove me. I feel like my goals have changed since graduating. That being said, I do miss it a lot. I do really want to go back to the sport. I do really want to start lifting weights again. And not just like casually. Like I want to lift heavy again. I miss the feeling of like lifting heavy. I guess I'll also talk about this. What got me into powerlifting? I may have talked about this a long time ago, but growing up, I was a really chubby kid. I was super insecure about my body. Like, this was a big thing for me. Like, I always struggled with that. I was like the chubby one in my predominantly skinny family. And like people would tease me, but like in a loving way. I think Asians, well, I don't know. In my experience, Asian culture can be a little harsh, especially about weight. Maybe you guys can relate to that. And I think a lot of the time that I would kind of brush it off as a joke, but I think as I started, growing up and going through high school, and I got more insecure about it because like I wanted to have a girlfriend or I wanted to be cool or whatever. And I definitely did have some eating disorder stuff. Like I had a year where I got really, really skinny. Like I went from 170 to 130 in like a few months, I think. I was literally starving myself. It's super unhealthy. If you guys are going through something like that, get help or something like that. I just kind of, I don't really have professional advice on that, but I went through that phase of being so insecure. I was doing really unhealthy things. And it was kind of that transition of like, dude, what am I doing? There's got to be a healthier way to go about this. And then I learned about the gym, and that's when I started lifting weights. And that was something that I found like peace in. It made me feel like the scale of weight didn't matter as much, or the way I looked. Like I knew I was actively doing something that was healthy to like make me look better. So I started lifting weights, and I fell in love with the gym. Like at the time I was going through a little breakup, and I remember I felt really insecure, and the gym was something that made me feel more secure with myself, which is really, really important. And that was end of high school. And then the transition to powerlifting didn't come until sophomore year of college. But pretty much I literally lifted goddamn near 7 times a week for like a year and a half straight. Like the second I started lifting, I got fixated on it. I like fell in love with it. I just couldn't stop doing it. And yeah, I did have a pretty good transformation. Like, I had packed some muscle in my frame. I leaned out a little bit. I felt a little more confident in myself. I think I had like a slightly more athletic kind of look, I guess you could call it. Like looked like I started taking care of myself. But the transition to powerlifting came from like literally the way I perceived the way I looked shifted like every day. Like I'd be like, oh, I look great. I made so much progress. And then the next day I'd be like, dude, I look horrible. I look the exact same. And like that shift was so like up and down, and it was literally just body dysmorphia. I had such bad body dysmorphia, which was tragic. And then the way I found comfort in accepting the way I looked was like, what if I like the idea of powerlifting because it changed like the idea of progress was easier to track through powerlifting, because powerlifting is literally about progress is tracked through the amount of weight is lifted. It's just like a real thing you can measure. In bodybuilding, or in my head, working out to feel better, I wouldn't say I'm a bodybuilder by any means. I was just lifting. Was literally like progress was tracked by the way I thought I looked. And I just, I fell in love with powerlifting because I was like, holy moly, this is like the coolest thing ever, because it made me feel more secure with myself, and I could literally track progress. So even if I was like, oh, I don't look that good today, this, that, I was like, well, I know I'm getting better because the numbers are going up. And that's the story of how I got into powerlifting. That's like the actual rundown. I don't know why I just went down that path. It's 2 a.m. right now, and I'm just tired, hungry, sleep schedule's messed up, and I just want to get my protein up before I go to bed. I like digesting my protein overnight. Not all of it. Like, I know it's better to get your meals, to space your meals throughout the day. I just have such a weird sleep schedule where like normal day of eating, honestly, for me, is wake up, healthy fats in the morning, eggs, avocado, right? I usually don't do carbs in the morning. This is weird because I don't really talk about this side of things, but I don't do this as much anymore, but all throughout college, I did this. This is every day in college, same meal every day. Wake up in the morning, 6 eggs, because healthy fats, right? I want to get healthy fats, and if I didn't do eggs, I would do something cooked in coconut oil, right? I wanted to get my healthy fats in the morning. I try not to do carbs. But butter on toast, whatever, that was fine, I guess, because I do a lot of butter or something like that. That would and then a cup of coffee or a caffeine pill. I do caffeine pills now because it's cheaper. And then lunchtime, and that would like literally last me until like 4 p.m. I just had fats. Fats made me feel more satiated, right? Got my calories in, whatever. Before the gym, I'd have like 300 calories of carbs, so about 75 grams of carbs or so. And that was my pre-workout for my powerlifting workout, right? I would have 300. I would have my carbs get me through my workout. Then afterwards, I'd be hungry as shit, and then I would I would get home, have a protein bar, or I would have like 4 ounces of chicken or something like that to just like eat to like digest protein as I was cooking my meal. So I'd get in like 20, 30 grams of protein. Like right off rip, I'm already at like 60 grams of protein for the day. And then I would have one big meal at night that had like 110 grams of protein. So it was usually like a pound of ground beef and rice and beans or something like that. Like that was literally that exact regimen was a staple meal for at least like for literally 4 years of college. I feel like I had different transitions of like my nighttime meal. For 6 months, it was ground beef. For 6 months, it was chicken. For 6 months, it was chicken sausages was a big one. I went through a phase of chicken sausages. Then turkey sausages, and then ground turkey didn't last that long because ground turkey sucks. I don't know if you guys... It's the leanest, has the most protein, but I hated the way it tasted. I will say since graduating college, I'm being able to, like, now that I don't care as much about powerlifting anymore, I'm kind of out of it more. I just want to live. I don't do that anymore. That's for dang sure. But since the new year started and since I'm trying to get back in the gym, back in powerlifting, I do want to have a healthier diet. I don't know if I'm going to be as like a hard ass on like getting my protein in. But eating meals like this, I feel like it makes you feel better. Like I like the idea of, I'm getting at least 170 a day. So I'm going to try to. And if I don't, I don't. It's cool. And that's something I didn't have in college. I didn't have that mindset of if I don't hit it, it's cool. Like, I literally would have to get it no matter what, or else I could not stop thinking about it. It was really obsessive. And you really could call that an eating disorder too. And I really do think it is. But that's just how I live. This is such a random video for lifting lore. Or how I got into lifting lore. But it's weird now when I talk about it like it was in the past. Because I just graduated college like 6 months ago. And I don't know, it's such a big part of my life. And this is another thing too. I finished this, by the way. That easy. 140 grams of protein in 13 minutes. Some people ask me why I don't make powerlifting content, or why I didn't when I was lifting a lot, or like why wasn't fitness? Because if fitness was such a big thing and I was doing TikTok at the time, why didn't I want to do that? The number one thing, the rule I set out when I started making TikToks was it can't be about fitness, because I didn't want people to judge the way I lifted, the way I looked, how strong I was, this, whatever. Because that was specifically for me, and I didn't want to mix my worlds. I think now that I'm at a point of, I think I've honestly really come to accept, like, I really don't care too much what negative things people have to say about me. And if I want to show a part of my life, I will, which is why sometimes you'll see a powerlifting TikTok every now and then. It's because I want to show it or whatever. Anyways, thanks for letting me talk to you guys for these 15 minutes. I don't know if anyone made it to the end, but I just wanted to get down this meal and I got bored. So I'm really thankful I can do these videos and just chill. And whoever watches them, you learn a little bit more about me. It's fun. I have a big meal planned for tomorrow, though. I actually bought it today. It's in the fridge. It's from Costco. It looked delicious, and I'm super stoked to eat it. So, yeah. And I have maybe more things to talk about tomorrow. I have one really gross thing to talk about, but I'll talk about that tomorrow because it gets cleaned in the morning. Sorry, that's like a cliffhanger or something. But anyways, I appreciate you guys watching. What a yap. What a yapping video. It's funny. Some of these videos are yap. Some of them are not. This was a total yap. Yeah, anyways, I'm out. Hang up and hang out. That was my meal. It didn't look appetizing, so I didn't really talk too much about it. It tasted all right. All right, guys, I'm out.